David Khari Webber Chappelle is an American stand-up comedian and actor. He is known for his satirical comedy sketch series Chappelle's Show. The series, co-written with Neal Brennan, ran until Chappelle quit the show in the middle of production of the third season.
I'm cool with failing so long as I know that there are people around me that love me unconditionally. Every Black American is bilingual. All of them. We speak street vernacular and we speak job interview. The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself, especially when everybody is watching. The world can't tell you who you are. You've just got to figure out who you are and be there, for better or worse. I think every group of Black guys should have at least one white guy in it. I enjoy my own thoughts sometimes. If you don't have the right people around you and you're moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, you can lose yourself. America, I appreciate you liking me. If I put forth a legitimate effort, then I feel like, if that doesn't work out, that's all I can do. The higher up I went, the less happy I was. Everyone around me says, "You're a genius. You're great. That's your voice." But I'm not sure if they're right. I love being famous, it's phenomenal. Comedy is a very approval-oriented field. I got real important relationships in my life that are very empowering relationships. I just always loved stand-up. It's like magic. You say something, and a whole room full of people laughs together. Say something else, they laugh again. The fact that people come to see that and participate in that. I don't know, it's just like magic. You can't get unfamous. You can get infamous but you can't get unfamous. I'm an introspective dude. Fame for me is like a place, a country I'm taking a tour through. You know, be able to do something great in your life, you're gonna have to realize your failures. You're gonna have to embrace them and figure out how to overcome it. You can't get unfamous. You can get infamous, but you can't get unfamous. I felt in a lot of instances I was deliberately being put through stress because when you're a guy who generates money, people have a vested interest in controlling you. My wife asked me once if I weren't a comedian what I would do. I couldn't answer the question. I never imagined doing anything else. The only thing harder than leaving show business is coming back. When I'm on stage, I get real happy there. Maybe that's the only time in my adult life I feel like myself. I love my jokes. Being famous is great, it's not like bad or horrible or anything. I don't want the money. I don't want the drama. I just want to do my show. I want to have fun again. I've done 10 or 11 pilots for network television, which is ridiculous. Whether it means having a show, or a movie, or just being on a stage, I need an avenue to say what I have to say. Something about New York, man, you can do more comedy there probably than you can anywhere in the world. If you're interested in being funny, New York is the place to go. People don't know what it's like standing up there on stage, when you have a wall of people smiling at you. Stand-up is the kind of gig that'll show you where you're at. I was doing sketches that were funny but socially irresponsible. I felt I was deliberately being encouraged and I was overwhelmed. I don't care if I ever work in TV again. My father told me name your price in the beginning. If it ever gets more expensive than the price you name, get out of there. You can become famous but you can't become unfamous. You can become infamous but not unfamous. I think extreme sports are really good for relieving stress. You know you must be doing something right if old people like you. If I can make a teacher's salary doing comedy, I think that's better than being a teacher. The language you are about to hear is disturbing. I don't normally talk about my religion publicly because I don't want people to associate me and my flaws with this beautiful thing. And I believe it is beautiful if you learn it the right way. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy. It's dismissive. I love Ohio. I get a little heated when I talk about the past. But I wanted to be clear, I'm not mad at anybody, not anymore. The way the people around you position themselves around you to get in your pockets and in your mind is infuriating to me. You got to be careful of the company you keep. I care about the work I do. But I'm not going to say that money's not an issue. There's something about doing stand-up that's cathartic. After a while, a joke, if you say it too much, just becomes contrived, or fake sounding. There's a lot of people who don't want anything from me but to laugh and have a good time. You see them at the show and they dress up to come see your show and stuff. And they pack these auditoriums and it's a lot of fun, man. It's like, this is how I started, and it's still fun for me. My generation is under-entertained. I got a lot of positive people around me. Because I was surrounded by so much negativity at some point that it took me going back and doing stand-up to realize, you know, people really like me. I still think people do have racial hang-ups, but I think one of the reasons I can joke about it is people are shedding those racial hatreds. I want to tell my jokes. I want to have time with my children. I want to entertain people. And at one point, I'll walk away from show business. But I don't want to walk away empty-handed. I'm famous today. People like me today. Might not like me tomorrow. You can't count on it. Most of the people around me have a vested interest in how much money I make. You know, so a celebrity could find themselves in a position where people could have meetings about their life without them involved. And when I say their life, I mean not their professional life either. They could talk about their personal life. I've been a comedian since I was 14. But I've never really been a CEO. One of the things that happens when people make the leap from a certain amount of money to tens of millions of dollars is that the people around you dramatically change.